to the September meeting, a little bit late this month, but I'd like to call the meeting to order. If we could start by standing and saying the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Muir, if you go to the roll, please.
Shelley Clucci.
Here.
Terry Lally.
Here.
Amy White.
Here.
Elizabeth Johnson.
Here.
Brad Bagwell.
Here. First item is the approval of minutes from the two meetings held, the regular meeting on August 16th and then the board work session on September 14th. Are there any questions or adjustments that we saw? If there was none, we just need a motion to approve.
I'll move.
Terry moves.
I'll second.
Amy seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And now I'll pass over to Mr. Nero for the treasurer report.
Yeah, you're provided with the financial reports for August. I just want to highlight a couple things since then. We received our casino revenue. Those are roughly $43,000. It's approximately the same amount we received last year. That's on the state foundation line item on the forecast. Also, our tax summons, we received that on September 18th. Reviewing the collection rate for the calendar year, and it was roughly around 97.1%. And the collection split was around 55 and 45% between spring and fall. So forecasting, we use those percentages and update you guys. And then also the insurance, our new insurance rates effective October 1st, they were increased 14.6% from the previous year. So with that information, I'll start working on the forecast the next month or so. I just want to highlight some of those things as I'm working on. So if you guys have any questions, reports.
Okay, if there's no, we just need a motion to accept the financial report.
I'll move.
Shelley moves.
I'll second.
Elizabeth seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. And now to new business.
Yeah. So good news, starting out with today's boys sectional golf match. Our boys team missed the district by 3 strokes. So we're close, but we are sending Michael Garwacki. He qualified to the next round, which we're super excited. Next, South Range High School had the largest number of CCP participants at Kent State Salem with 92, which is awesome for our school. Next, I'm excited to share that in the next few Board of Education meetings, we're going to celebrate kids with the Raider profile. We were very excited. Students, staff all had input on what the Raider profile is. And they created characteristics describing excellent Raiders. And from this, each building is going to pick 4 to 5 kids to then celebrate and honor. And the kids will come in, they'll have shirts made by our own here at the middle school art, and we'll have certificates. The principals will stand up, they'll give a shout out, a quick read of why they're nominating, their buildings are nominating these kids. And then the kids will come and take pictures with the board. I'm very excited about that. A lot of positive feedback from the staff, the students, and the administration about that. We're going to start next month with 5 kids, and I believe Mr. Matus's elementary school will take 5 kids that go above and beyond. So we're very, very excited about that. I'm also updating the board that our district earned 4.5 stars, 4.5 stars on the spring 23 report card. Really doing really well, and the team has already begun looking at data to plan interventions and to move forward going with our Raider Way. I know BLTs are underway, and there's a lot of acronyms in education, and these teams literally look at data to plan instruction, which I'm very excited about those next steps. Finally, we had our second cup of coffee today. Thank you, Mr. C's, excuse me. Thank you, C's Waffles, for the wonderful experience. I walked in and 6 to 7 parents were there, and we had a really, really good conversations, had coffee about the district where I got to meet the community. So special shout out to C's Waffle for hosting that. Several administrators are here, and they do have some updates, starting with Mr. Pagnotta.
Yes, September, as we did last year, the year before, we deem it our Internet Safety Month, where we send out updates to homeroom teachers so that they watch a short video with their students so that they know, the not sharing your password, the right thing to do online, social media etiquette, required for the Children's Internet Protection Act, which we say we do. We practice the internet safety, so we get the federal money from the RAID program, and we apply for that, which saves us a lot of money for our internet service, as well as for what they call Category 2 stuff, which is the internal network in the building. So it's a good thing, and we just want to cross our T's and dot our I's there. Thank you.
Thank you. Next up is Ms. Pierce.
Hi everyone, at the beginning of the meeting, I gave you each a bag. It just has some goodies inside of what we're serving our students this year. It's a couple new items. There are Asian dumplings with soy sauce, and then a new queso sauce we have with tortilla chips, and then graham crackers, just a different style of graham crackers we have. So those are for you to enjoy. As for the cafeteria, last week or 2 weeks ago, we had our Nutrition for Life program where kindergartners eat for free, and this is just to kind of introduce them to the cafeteria, maybe make it a little less intimidating to walk through the lunch line. They got an extra treat those 3 days. And we did have an extra 20 students each day just in kindergarten participate from the prior week. So it is a really nice program just to kind of introduce them to the cafeteria. Next month is the Great Lakes Apple Crunch Day. It's on our early release day, which I didn't mean for that to fall together, but I'm partnering with Huffman's Apples, so we'll give everyone in the whole school an apple to crunch on. I'm hoping to make a video. We'll see how this goes when everybody crunches at the same time. So I'm really excited about that. I think that will be awesome, and I'm excited to work with Huffman's too. So thank you.
Thank you. That's all we had.
Okay. Honestly, I think I shared this with the work session, but I was walking around Mr. Zapolnik when they were working on the Rager profile. It was really cool to see the kids. I mean, there was a lot of collaboration between the students and the staff. They were all really excited about defining what makes that, special student. So I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys bring in here next time. So that will take us to our agenda items. So, Mr. Zapolnik, you want to cover those for us?
Yeah, in reference to the appropriations, that's just annual initial review of those appropriations each year. In reference to the purchase order and invoices, Mr. Nero, want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, there's just a mistake on that in our department. We had a PO on file for Mahoney County Board of Disabilities for aid services, but we also had summer services, so we paid the wrong invoice. We paid the invoice on the wrong PO, and then we didn't have enough encumbered, so to create a new one, we had to get more people, so that's all.
In reference to the agreement with the Education Service Center of Eastern Ohio, we reduced the TESOL support. Students that need language support, we reduced the amount of services we have for that, so that's what that is. The Mahoning County High School Governing Board, this is an agreement to provide, there's a child attending their individual needs, so this is an agreement for that. In reference to the agreement with the Mahoning Valley Regional Council of Governments, this resolution includes substitute management and frontline training, so ignore that language. In reference to the resolution to make provisional changes to board policies to comply with House Bill 33, this just updates our policies and administrative guidelines to align with this summer's House Bill 33, which is now law. So going through the policies, and there's language to update that. Next, in reference to accept the completion certificate for the Stadium Sports Complex project, Mr. Nero will update you on this.
Yeah, we approved the updated lease agreement in June. So when the project was complete, there's a bump at the sign when they turn it over to us. So I calculated our property insurance will get added on. Still increased to us on our premiums this year, but because we switched from household plan to sports stuff this past year, they were gonna do a revaluation at some point this year anyways. So once we get that, they'll redo a revaluation on the property, especially with the prices of everything they were gonna do in the near future anyways. So there's no cost to us this year though to add.
You want to continue with the activity counts?
Yeah, those, I uploaded the different funds that were turned in. This just shows the fundraiser activities and expenses that you plan on having, each individual account. They're
Next is just our compliance officer update, a list of individuals serving as our district's compliance officers with our Board of Education policy. And continuing, this is the bus purchase trade-in. By trading in the inoperable bus 17 for $1,200, then the total price for the newer bus is $23,800. So we're gonna be saving the district around $97,000 in the 5-year forecast, as we're not gonna purchase a bus in fiscal year '25. We'll begin bidding for buses in '25, but no purchase will be made with the 5-year forecast. We already had some money allocated, planned. So this will save the district considerable amounts of money.
I think you mentioned that bus, it had been sitting in Myers, and they said it was just, dead.
Don't waste, literally don't waste our time on it, what they told us.
Any other questions on any of the agenda items? If there's none, we'll go ahead and go through and vote. First item is the approval of the fiscal year '24 appropriations.
I'll move.
Amy moves,
I'll second.
Terry seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approval of purchase orders for the PO listed below.
I'll move.
Elizabeth moves,
I'll second.
Shelley seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? You know what, I just realized we didn't do public participation on the agenda items. So let's jump back and do that, sorry. So we'll do public participation, agenda items, if anyone would like to speak. Just ask, give us your name and your location. Okay. Sorry about that. Go back to the agreement with the Educational Service Center of Eastern Ohio.
I'll move.
Elizabeth moves,
I'll second.
Terry seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The agreement with the Mahoning County High School Governing Board.
I'll move.
Amy moves,
I'll second.
Elizabeth seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The agreement with the Mahoning Valley Regional Council of Governments.
I'll move.
Shelley moves,
I'll second.
Terry seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. The resolution to update the guidelines to comply with House Bill 33.
I'll move.
Elizabeth moves,
I'll second.
Amy seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Accept the completion certificate for the Stadium Sports Complex project.
I'll move.
Amy moves,
I'll second.
Terry seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve the proposed budgets for the listed student activity classifications below.
I'll move.
Elizabeth moves,
I'll second.
Shelley seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve the compliance officers, Mr. Matos and Mrs. DeCibio.
I'll move.
Amy moves,
I'll second.
Elizabeth seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Approve the bus purchase and bus trade-in.
I'll move.
Shelley moves,
I'll second.
Terry seconds. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay, on to non-agenda item, public participation. Same thing, 2 minutes. Just give us your name and address.
I just have a couple of questions. Rich Renchak, 151 Eagle Pond. Mr. Chaplin, how many kids do we have in the YSU for CCP, do you know?
I can look into that and get back to you.
Okay, because it's great that we have that many, but I'm wondering if we should, like, some of the STEM kids should be directed more to YSU since that's where there are 14 in Kent States.
Okay.
And how much was the stadium, project? What was the total cost on that? What's the value on that?
The replacement cost of giving is about $1.2 million.
Okay. Is that all, Mr. French?
That's it.
If there's nobody else, we will go ahead to personnel.
Yeah, we're excited to recommend for hire Karen Canons as a substitute on a needed basis for Jacqueline DeCidio at a rate of $300 a day. Congratulations to Jacqueline on her new addition. We're excited to work with Karen. We'll miss Jacqueline, but take a recover, you know. But we're excited to have Karen on. Karen is an expert in all special ed, special services. We interviewed several individuals and wanted a good fit for the district, and a good fit for Jacqueline as well, so we're excited to bring her on. Todd Peterson is going to provide aid services for a student during football games. This student had worked with Todd in the past, student with special needs during the football games for the band shows. Julianne Hart Hazlitt, a special education teacher working with a student with special needs per her specially designed instruction plan. Next, effective September 5th, approve Julie Liebig as a 0.6 FTE of a master's degree, step 1 with 4 mods. So she was hired in as a sub and had worked to get the that substitute licensure in for a PE teacher. She did, so now she is going to work within 3 years to get that supplemental license. Katie McGonigal is being approved for 5 days instead of 4 days. Last month we approved her for 4 days, but that should have been 5 days. Congratulations to Jim Terry. Though I was sad to meet with Jim about his resignation from the mechanic job. It's been 20 years since Jim first retired from his private job. So he met with me, and his love of the district is evident. Jim's a great guy. I enjoyed talking to him all the time. So he'll still be around. He still wants to drive bus, but he just said, you know, pulling tires off of the bus during blizzards and in the snow at 70, he was like, I don't know if I can do it anymore. So excited for him. Christy Peppernay is an intervention specialist who gets 3 extended days to work with students with special needs, as does Abby. Also located on that sheet is the bus tier list for this school year, provided in the notes. Next, the individuals identified are attending the 4th grade Camp Fitch trip, and the pay on that is $100 per person for those kids. And Mr. Mavis, I think, is going down as well. Daniel Ritter is resigning as freshman boys basketball coach for this year. He's taken a new position elsewhere. Lauren Pavlansky is serving as the interim middle school assistant volleyball coach on a prorated basis at 4%. Sally Kolerick, substitute van driver at $11 per hour. Met with Gabrielle DeCesar, and I'm happy to recommend her as a substitute nurse to help out Kim. She's currently working at Salem, so on her off days, she would be available if we were to need that substitute nurse service. And then collaborating with Dr. Dean, we were recommending Cole and John as recommended as itinerant custodial subs. Dean and I have been interviewing for a long time. We've interviewed a lot of individuals, and thank you, Dean, for being so patient with me. But I want to be sure we're meeting with all individuals that we're recommending to hire so that they're a good fit and they know the expectations of the district. Cade, Frank, and Sarah are recommended for hire as substitute aides. And finally, the individuals in the notes are additional sub-teachers until we get set up with Frontline. So Sandy is coming out on Friday to work with the secretaries, so the secretaries know how to do all that. And then we will be operational on October 2nd. So we're excited about that. That's all I have.
Any questions on personnel? If there's none, we just need a motion to approve that list.
I'll move.
Terry moves.
I'll second.
Amy seconds. Mr. Mayor, could you call the roll, please?
Terry Valley,
Yes.
Amy White,
Yes.
Elizabeth Johnson.
Yes.
Shelley Calucci.
Yes.
Brian Bagwell.
Yes. Okay. With that, cover everything, just need a motion for adjournment.